All right, good morning. If you can hear me, please let me know. And while you're at it, please like and share this stream. Would appreciate that. And we'll get into it today. Now, I know that we didn't have a little morning show yesterday. I had some other stuff to do, but wow, what a day. What a day, right? I'm sure a lot of people, oh man, I got smoked, man. I was bullish. This thing went crazy. It's amazing because yesterday was one of my better options trading days in quite some time, and there was not one short taken. Okay. If you've been listening to any of the content that I've put out over, probably last 2 months, there have been certain things that have been almost on repeat. One of those things was I don't really post when I post charts over the weekend and stuff. I don't really post large cap tech names anymore. Why? The reason for that is we are either at or above all-time highs at this point on large cap tech names. You know, all the big boys. So I've been avoiding posting them. And the reason for that is because the draw on liquidity is not clear. Okay. At any point in time, at this point, we could retrace, right? We have a massive, massive range. This current range dates back, months at this point as well. And I'm, looking towards a lot of these, I don't even want to call them small cap, but off the beaten path names and IWM names that are going absolutely berserk. And yesterday it all came together and it turned out to be excellent. So I just think it was ironic. Now to, kind of transition into this morning, in last night's call, for anybody who was there, and if you were there, let me know in the comments here. What was the thought process heading into today? Okay, let me share this screen real quick and we'll get going. But again, if you haven't already, please like and share this stream. I'm trying to blow this sucker up. Ready? Here we go. Let's get into... Here we go. All right, here it is. Screen shared. Beautiful. So what was the thought process going into this morning, right? You might ask. Well, after yesterday, when we had left these disgusting relative equal lows, look how perfectly precise, right? We're so close, no imbalances in between. These are just asking to get swept. Why? Double the pool of liquidity here, right? For anybody who, might not be accustomed to this ideology of trading, what had to have happened at this low, right? Even if you're not accustomed to this ideology, what had to have happened here? Someone had to have gone long, right? It's the only thing that we can use to make sense of this. Now, what had to have happened here? Somebody had to have gone long, right? It's the only thing that could possibly make sense. Now, the fact that there were no imbalances here, all that's telling me is that we have a pool of stops or liquidity here, and we have a pool of stops or liquidity here. And if we buy into the idea that the market is driven by liquidity, aka money, right? It needs money in order for it to operate, in order for it to move, right? Then where is price likely to draw to? Okay. The first imbalance that was formed here, you also formed a bearish breaker in the process. Now, what could be, viewed at as a potential downside target? And it's simply relative equal lows, right? Go back on any chart, any time frame, it doesn't matter. When you have the second low not taking out or going below the first low, watch what happens. See the reaction to that. Okay. So the game plan for this morning for me was, okay, at this point right here where we were overnight last night when we had this call, it was about 9 o'clock, right? So where are we? Right around here. Okay. The thought process was, do we see the retracement into discount of this bearish price swing first, or do we go take these relative equal lows? And from this point, I anticipate price to move higher. Okay. So the first move off of that data this morning at 8:30 was a sweep of these relative equal lows. Okay. So I am anticipating price to move higher. So far, the first trade I took in futures turned out real well. And still looking for more continuation back up into one of these imbalances. Now, at this point, this will be deemed at my showtime imbalance here, right? Because at this point, I don't necessarily want to be all that long. And at this point, I don't necessarily want to be all that short. Why is that? Well, we are in discount of our most recent bullish price run from our low here to our high. We got our discount retracement into a bullish imbalance, and we turtle soup this low by taking out those relative equal lows. Okay. Me personally, at this point, we can either A, get a rejection and search deeper for more liquidity, which we have a bullish breaker down here as well, still the same bullish range, or B, this shifts the paradigm, runs back up to 983 and takes out that all-time high, and the Mando model is complete on the hourly time frame. Okay, but at this point, this is where things get a little sketchy to me, because I feel like I can give you a perfectly good thesis as to why price would get up and go, or get up into this imbalance and reject and come down deeper for more liquidity, right? So with NASDAQ, that is essentially the game plan. So far, so good, working out as we expected, with a low sweep of those lows and a nice wick back up into the previous range. So that is NASDAQ. That's, SPY as well. They tend to move together for the most part. SPY has been a little bit cleaner over the last couple of days. You can come pop this up over here. And yeah, see, let me just edit my little range here. So here's another thing that's noteworthy. Despite us taking out that discount imbalance, and also the discount relative equal lows on NASDAQ, if we were to look over here at SPY or ES, right? I look at these future stickers because they give you more information. You have all of the overnight levels instead of just gaps in price action. You'll notice that SPY actually did not get into discount, right? And that leads me to believe that this imbalance is that much more important as a result of that, okay? And that's why at that point, I deemed that as a showtime imbalance, and we'll be hands off at that point when price ultimately retraces back up into that discount imbalance, okay? So does anybody have any questions about that? If not, I'm going to keep on rolling here. Let's see. Yep. That's why I just do it before. I just, there's nobody can doubt it when it happens before, right? Okay, so we'll get into some individual names. Not working with all that much time here, but we will run through a few. Like I said yesterday, there were names that I was long on these names, and I made a real nice chunk. And the market went down 600 points from the highs, but setups don't change. Off the beaten path of that big tech rally, and it played out. So the first one that I was on was Moderna. I'll take a look down here, and I'll pull it up on the the hourly chart so you guys can see. This is one that we brought up over here on the morning brew a couple days ago, but we swept sell side liquidity. Where is it? Got into this bullish hourly imbalance, and our higher time frame also looks awesome here. I'll do it really quick. Monthly bullish fair value check, weekly. Here it is. Okay. Weekly bullish imbalance and weekly bullish breaker. We are inside a weekly bearish imbalance now. Okay. That's why profits were taken. Only one runner left. But to bring it back over to the hourly, here's your low to your high. Here's your discount retracement, leaving behind relative equal highs. This is the same concept we talked about on NASDAQ. Relative equal highs. I wonder what's going to happen. Went down and got more liquidity right here. Whoops. Here it is. Turtle soup, run for highs. The Mando model is complete. Okay. Now here's Mando model number 2. Here's your low to your high. Here's your discount retracement. Here is your discount bullish imbalance, aka entry. Also, you had a bullish breaker right here. And there is your run for highs. Mando model number 2 complete. Okay. So what was the next run that took out this high in the process? From this low to that high, relative equal highs. Here's your retracement down into discount. Here is your discount bullish imbalance, aka entry, and there's your run for highs one more time. So 3 Mando models all within one. And oh wait, here's number 4. Here's your low. That took out this high and this high. Low to your high. Here's your discount retracement into, see this? That is a gap. That is a bullish volume imbalance right there. There's your run for highs, all before the market even opened. Okay, so this is what we're working with today with Moderna. Now we are in that weekly imbalance. Okay, on the hourly time frame, if we look, not really working with all that much, but there is a volume imbalance here, and there's another big bearish fair value gap right up here. And those are the two next levels of interest on Moderna. So absolute banger, but that was the first one. Second one was Chewy. Chewy also on the higher time frame looks pretty good. Let's clear it for now. Okay, so following that really massive run up, remember that random day where Roaring Kitty bought stuff, right? Here it is, price run that took out these highs. No discount retracement, therefore our range is not set. Okay, our range gets set with our discount retracement into what? A discount bullish imbalance. Beautiful. Expectations of a run back up to those highs. Now we can even take these shorter time frame runs. Okay, so where was the first shift in structure? When did we take out this high right here? From your low, oops, to your high. Took out that high right here with that price run. Here's your discount retracement into what? Bullish imbalance. There's your run for highs. There she is. Mando model complete. Okay, so right now we're working on one more bearish hourly fair value gap here, which we tagged for the first time, and that's where we currently sit on Chewy as well. We got into this bullish imbalance as well. I should just mark it just because. Whoops, there it is. Price respected and bounce from that point. All we're really working with right now at the moment is that volume imbalance that was left from this morning's gap higher. So yeah, that's Chewy. That was another one. And then SOUN. I'm not gonna howl this morning. It's a little early, but dogs are woofing. This is an absolute banger. This is something that we've been keeping tabs on for quite some time. Here it is, Soundhound, just unbelievable. Low to your high, discount retracement. Playing a little pinball with some of these imbalances, but so far so good. We are closing inside this imbalance, which is not ideal, but ideally next week you create some sort of bullish imbalance by closing above 420, and we get the continuation move back up towards that $10 mark. So 3 awesome trades, all things that I'm just letting them rock out. But really great days. Didn't have to short anything. I was away from the computer in the morning, so really did not have much of an opportunity to catch any of that NASDAQ move. And looking back on it, really, it obviously it dumped quite a bit, but I am pretty stringent with my my setup, so didn't really meet the criteria for me at that point either. So that's fine. It is what it is. But that would be just a little recap of yesterday. And now we can get into some individual names. So if you have names, feel free to drop them in the sidebar. If you haven't already, feel free to shoot what's it called? Shoot some likes, shares, comments, would appreciate that. And let's get into it here. So let me pull this up over here. One sec here. And all right, quick draw. All right, so let's go into quick draw and let's look at some of the names. The first one I saw over there was Upstart. We can look at Upstart for sure. So let's pull up Upstart on the weekly time frame. Love it. Also watching GME. If we have time, I'll run into that. We only got a couple minutes left, and then I got to go trade live. So here's Upstart. Solid week. One thing that's been missing, a missing ingredient for Upstart throughout right now, is the formation of some sort of imbalance to give you some sort of confidence or clarity that we are actually going to expand from this point. Okay. Right now, it's been essentially just a chop fest inside this bearish fair value gap. Now, one thing worth noting, and something that I'm taking into account at the very least, is monthly bullish fair value gap. Now, this is the thing. I love this name, and I think this name can get absolutely nutty because of how big that range was, right? But here's your little price run from low to high. There's your discount retracement. Here's your consolidation. We are inside that monthly bullish imbalance down here. So I'm fully expecting this to get going. Now, at what point? That's the hardest part, right? Determining when this starts to get going. Now, this is a good start, but what will really give me some clarity is the formation of some sort of imbalance to the upside to prove to me that it's time for us to get going here. Okay. So that would be upstart. We can look at it over here on the smaller time frame too, just to get a more clear picture. Again, this range, all these, charts and everything like this, these are higher time frame levels. So I apologize. I'm going to get rid of them for you, and we'll break it down into an even smaller little breakdown here. But here is your current range or current price run. Okay. We took out this high with what price run from our low to our high. Okay, so discount is quite a ways away at this point, right? We are rather extended. What do I mean by extended? We're just well over what would be that discount retracement. That's all. Okay, here's the first structural shift. Ready? From this low to that high. I think that's fair for everybody to agree on. We shifted structure by taking out this high here. Boom. Okay, here's your discount retracement. Here's your bullish imbalance that we held on to quite nicely here. And there's a volume imbalance right there. Whoops. I'll zoom in even more so you guys can see this. Okay, there's your volume imbalance. Beautiful. There's your run for highs. My model is complete at that point. Okay, here's your low to your, next high. Here's your discount retracement bullish imbalance. There's your run for high. Now, this is what we would call a little turtle soup action right here. Okay, ready? Sweep of this low right here, balance price range, run for highs one more time, and my model's complete yet again. And this is where we currently sit. Actually, I have to confirm this. Hold on. Before I map that range, I might have jumped it a little bit. So we took out these highs, 1, 2, relative equal highs, right? Just like we said on NASDAQ. From low to high, there was no discount retracement. Therefore, our range is even bigger. Sorry. And there it is. Okay, that's the range that we're currently working with. Oh, sorry. But that's the range that we're currently working with here on Upstart on the hourly time frame. And with time, got high hopes for this name. It's got a huge range. So, but that would be Upstart. Let's go on to the next. Let's see what we got over here. Let's do sure. MU. Okay, let's look at MU. Okay, MU monthly bullish volume imbalance. We tapped into it, holding above it at the moment. Okay, there's MU on a weekly. Look how big. There's a huge weekly range. Okay, so this might not be all of that much help to us at this time, which is okay. That's a bullish weekly volume imbalance. Here's another bullish weekly volume imbalance, and here's one more. Okay, so let's keep going down the line. MU. Okay, we are discounted on the daily, but notice there's no bullish fair value gaps over here. Pretty difficult to justify strong up move from this point. There's your little bearish fair value gap right there. Okay, to be honest, this is one of the weaker semi-looking names to me. I think there's a deeper retracement. We have bullish imbalance down here on the daily as well. Right there. But also, even on the short idea, you're late. This imbalance up here happened $6 ago. So yeah, no interest either way right now. I think it goes lower, but we'll see. All right, let's roll. What do we got? GTLB, sure. Okay. GTLB. Notice how I start on the higher time frame. I want all the time frames to be rolling in confluence with one another. When that happens, that tends to lead to higher time frame setups, right? All right, so let's see, from your low to your high, discount retracement, bullish imbalance, run for highs. My model is complete. Okay, here's your next from your low to your high. Good. Respected bullish order block right here. Here's your bullish fair value gap as well. And it also looks like on the monthly time frame, you're going to balance price range, or BPR, that previous bearish imbalance. When we see bearish imbalances and then discount of a bullish range, are those ideal for short ideas? Nope, not quite. Okay, also you'll notice here, low, high, lower low, break up and through. The high of that sequence can be viewed as a bullish breaker. I put a video on bullish breakers out last week if you're interested in learning more about them, because they are one of the most powerful setups that you're ever going to see. But there it is. So far so good on GTLB. Okay, weekly similarly. Okay, let's just get rid of this and this. Okay, now from where we currently sit, you have a bullish fair value gap here. Okay, right there. So for me, right off the bat, I don't add off of air, right? So what does that mean? I don't like to just buy random spots on the chart because I think it's going higher. I like to have structure behind my trade, and my structure for this trade, could very easily be discount bullish imbalance, right here. Use that as the structure for my trade. Stop below the low of that candle that created the imbalance with my eyes on these relative equal highs up here at buy side. Okay. Let's see GTLB. Let's see if it gives us anything here on the daily time frame as well. Let's close here. We did just get into this again. We're a little late to the party here, but so far so good, making a gap higher or volume imbalance up through previous bearish level. Okay, right there with your bearish fair value gap. Fantastic, right? What is that telling me? That's telling me that we are in fact pretty bullish. Now you do have this bearish fair value gap here untouched. Okay, but again, those relative equal highs are here. Yeah, this name looks pretty good. Let's see if there's anything on a smaller time frame as well. Yeah, I think we're a little late to the party here. I think you can get one of these highs to be taken out. Where are we? And at least get into that fair value gap, and then following that, I would eye a retracement into discount of that most recent price run. But overall, to me, my bias is bullish on GTLB. Okay. Let's keep going. Oh shoot, I only have 2 minutes. Only 2 minutes. Thank you there, Ivan. Appreciate it. Sergio, I'll do Baba in the group for us when we get over there. Okay, I just want to run through these quickly. Snow, I'm totally out on Snow. Shopify, sure. Let's do Shop really quickly. So higher time frame bias on Shop is bullish. Let's just see. Yeah, ideally we get a retracement down into this imbalance here, for me at least. Here, this is what I drew out. I really wanted it to get to that 62.26. Still can, and I'm hopeful of that. If I miss it, so be it. There's a million other names that I can trade, but that is the ideal location for me, down here at 62.26. Anything to suggest that? Not really. Kind of just seeing choppy garbage PA, leaving behind relative equal highs though. That's bullish. Okay. Let's see. What was it? Zap, ZAPP. Right, I think that was the name that was also posted. Sure. Yep. Zap. Okay. Yeah, this is solid. Okay, ready. Discount retracement, run for highs. Mando model complete. Oops, here. Low to your high. Here's your discount retracement. Bullish imbalance right here. Run for highs. Mando model complete. That's 2. Low to your high. Discount retracement into a bullish imbalance. Mando model completes at 1914. Late to the party, but good one. Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's see. Affirm, sure. Last one, and then I got to roll. If anybody wants to come live trade with us, link in the bio. Check it out. Here's Affirm. Awesome monthly look. Affirm here as well. There's this little volume imbalance. I was hoping that we'd get this. Doesn't look like it's going to happen right now, but 27.01, that was where I really wanted to get it, but swept lows, holding on to the bullish breaker here on the weekly for dear life. Solid. Here's AFRM. Gap up through previous bearish imbalance. Last night when we talked about this name, that was the key point for us. I wanted to see us mitigate this or get up and above that bearish level right there. And then last but not least, here's Affirm, bullish volume imbalance here on the hourly time frame. My model completes at 30.44. And we're getting deeper into this bullish volume imbalance right here. So, yeah, I think we go to 30.44, and beyond on a higher time frame. I like this setup quite a bit. Would have loved for an opportunity here. Didn't quite get it, but that's okay. All right, so that is all I have for today. Thanks to everybody who joined. Thanks for everybody who shared and liked the stream. Would appreciate that. I'll keep doing this until everybody stops listening, but I appreciate it. I'll catch you all soon. If you want to join the live trading with us, feel free to just check out the link in the bio, and we'll get going. So take care.